Welcome to my Temu haul. It doesn't come in a pretty orange bag like everybody else's does. Today we're going to play a game of let's compare what I thought I was getting to what I actually got. So I thought I was ordering this. When I have done collaborations with BeeBeeCraft, I selected this as one of the choices, and I have been doing so much stitching on my paper crafting projects with all of these beautiful traveler's notebooks that I've been making that I have been going through this quite a bit. So when I was putting in an order with Temu, I thought I'll pick up another one of these kits so that I don't have to worry about like trying to be as efficient as possible and save every teeny tiny piece. Well, this is what I thought I was ordering. And imagine my surprise when this is what I actually got. The empty version of my embroidery floss kit. So this is just a lesson to you and me to be careful what you're buying, because I would have sworn that I was getting this kit. And it wasn't even unreasonable. This kit was less than $10 at BeeBeeCraft. So when this was $6 at Temu, I thought, oh, everyone's always raving about how Temu has such amazing prices. I'll definitely add another one of these on. So now I'm stuck with this, which will be fine. I can use it to organize my products. But it just goes to show you, read the information carefully, including sizes. And that's another thing that I was surprised about in this. Everything else was pretty much as I expect, I think. Like I just had a peek inside the bag as I was opening it up here, and I think that everything is true to what I was expecting. So the first thing that I've ordered, some of these things I chose specifically because I wanted to just get a sample of what it looked like before I ordered more of it. And this is a really good example of something that I'm happy with. The quality, the color, it is the length that I was expecting. It's exactly what I will use to line the edges of my albums. It's perfect. This is the reason why I actually went to Temu, because I cannot find a local source for these kinds of trim. And the other reason why I went to them was because the price of the trims that I do get at my local store were astronomical. At least with Temu, I know that I'm not spending a lot of money on shipping. So that's good. So this is maybe a smaller version of the same thing. But this beautiful blush pink, and hold them up and compare them side by side, is definitely a different kind of look. These are like flatter, and maybe they're just smaller. These are, yeah, they're different, but I can't quite put my finger on why, if this is just a messier version of the same thing. But the idea is the same, and maybe it'll fluff up more as I'm using it. This one's flatter and this one's fluffier. I think if I had to choose, I prefer the fluffier one. This one's prettier. Anyway, so I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Another blush pink, while we're looking at blush pink to compare. Another beautiful one. So actually, I guess I got two that are identical. It's hard to even remember now if I ordered 2 feet and they just came in 2 packages. But regardless, I'm going to get great use out of that. No matter what season I am doing paper crafts for, there's always pink involved. Speaking of which, we can go to red. Red is not a color I frequently use, but it is nice at Christmas, maybe even a Valentine's Day. So I did pick up that same trim in a red, And this will be good for a Christmas album, or if there was another album that had this color of red in it. Almost looks a little more orangey than the bright Christmas red that I was picturing, but it'll still be good. So that's okay there. And let's look at this mint green. I'm really all over the map with what I've ordered as far as aiming. This one came with 2 in one package, because I thought I got 2 of that other pink one, so it just came in separate packages. So then this would be, I think this is a yard, so this is probably 2 yards. And then this is the beautiful trim that will add a gorgeous texture to any of my projects that have a nice, like more of a sage green than a mint green on that one. So nice to have a good variety. And like I said, it's all over the map because it's like I've got Halloween and Christmas and all my regular pink sort of Eastery kind of pastels all in one order. I just was picking the things that I was drawn to. And then we've got the same thing here. We've got, no, this is all in one. So this looks like it's 2 yards, but it hasn't been separated. And it is just a nice white, which is good for almost anything except for maybe fall, but no, probably even fall you could incorporate white into it. All right, so now what else do we want to show you? This is a tool. I'll talk about these things separately because those are pretty amazing finds, actually. This was one of the things that it's like, oh, pay attention to what size you're ordering, Tony. As I thought these were going to be much bigger. And they are basically, actually, I'm not even disappointed that they're this size. This is actually maybe even better that they're this size. So I want to create some dangles, and this is a good starting point to make them. And I can use this bar here to actually put some beads right on there. In fact, let's see what that looks like. How many of these beads will hold? I have beads like right on my desk. I'm curious to see if these giant bubblegum beads will fit on here. So there's 2 on there, and maybe you would have room for one little other bead. No, maybe not. Maybe just some spacers. But I was just curious, actually. I bought these with bubblegum beads in mind specifically, and we'll work out the spacing of them. But it's just good to know that 2 is kind of the idea of what you're going to get in there. You'll put some spacers in between, and then be able to dangle off some other beads on the side and create like a really cute side piece for your traveler's notebooks or junk journals. So that's good. So those are nice. And then I guess I ordered 2 of these. That sounds about right. I like the color choices. These are bookmarks. I recently made some bookmarks. Not impressed with the quality of this. So this is plastic, and it doesn't feel like a nice quality plastic. So let's just grab some beads from here and see what we're dealing with as far as spacing goes. This is looking like a 3 set bubblegum bead. Feels very inexpensive, the materials here, but actually really happy with that sizing there. Fits 3 beads perfectly on this, and then you could definitely create another dangle and hang it off of there. So that's really nice. I'm happy about that spacing. And if you create a nice enough dangle and you hang it off of a nice book, like let's take one of my books out here. wanted to put something off the side of a book easily that could be removed. That'll be quite nice, and you won't even really see this, so I'm happy with that. That was good. That'll come in handy. And so that comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 20 of those in total that I have. I couldn't resist these gorgeous Halloween ghosts. They're just really cute. I love ghosts and pumpkins, and I'm going to be creating some dangles for some projects that I have in mind. In fact, like if we take this project that I did here and we're adding like one of these cute little dangles into the mix, and that's definitely going to add. Look, what do we got here? We've got black. I wonder how easy it would be to hook something on here. Let's put one of these together right now while we're here. So let's go for, oh, that's a nice combination. Let's do, I want that. Ooh, maybe this. Or do we want pink? That pink, this pink. So if we're going to do orange, black, pink. Do we like this? No. Orange, black, pink. Let's do that. And build this together here. Gorgeous. Yes. Now we want to hang from this. Look at this. Another amazing kit that I got from BeeBeeCraft that I highly recommend. Let's go with orange. These are like the quickest, easiest way to attach cute little dangles. I haven't even got to the main event yet that I wanted to share with you that I'm super excited to have found. But this is just a starting point here for this little creation. I can link these BeeBeeCraft things down below if you're interested. I have a discount code for them as well that still works. This is from when I worked with them quite a while ago, but I won't even bother trying to order from Temu these other things. I'll just go straight to BeeBeeCraft and get another embroidery kit and get a another set of these bulb pins. So that now this album has a really cute little dangle off the side. I'll have to rearrange this so that the ghost actually sits facing the front like this. But that's cute. Love that. I'm going to be making a lot more Halloween albums. I ordered a Halloween set. And actually, let's just put all these in here. I ordered a Halloween set of papers. I love this Paige Evans collection, Tricks and Treats. It was fantastic. This tool. I saw Carolina post this tool, and I immediately was like, I need to get that. So the things that I got were wire wrapped bead. I don't even know what these are called, actually. They say violets? No. Pins. And some wire for my daughter who makes bracelets. So I'm going to show you how easy and wonderful this is to make a wire wrapped bead. And I'm going to do one of these. I just shared in my last video these beautiful lampwork beads that I stumbled upon. These are hand blown or handmade glass blown beads that I am so thrilled with. They are going to be beautiful paper project editions. I'm going to grab, if I have, will this stay through here? It will. So I'm going to just grab a spacer. And I'm going to take one of these beads. Yes, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm going to take another spacer. And we're just going to make it like this. And then all you have to do to make this wire wrapped bead complete is put this through here so that it looks like this, and then watch the magic. Oops, I did it in the wrong spot. So it's actually not right exactly where it needs to be. But you get the idea. I haven't played with this a lot yet. And I might even have to do something a little tighter there. No, I don't think so. Anyways, I should have just had it tighter to do this. But basically, it creates the ends that you need. So we'll try it again on just like a single bead so that it's not so tricky for spacing. It's just a simple, straightforward. So one of these ones already bent, but it won't matter. So I'm just putting it on like this. And then I'm going to put this through, straighten that out. So now we know, make sure you've got it as far forward so that it works. Ta-da. There you go. You've got a bead that you can connect and create a beautiful dangle where you have a perfect hook every time. And if you didn't want both sides to have this, you could get one of the pins that just had a flat head on the end, and then you would just create that loop on the other side. So that's that. And I did make one earlier right here just to experiment with it. And that was my first try, and it worked perfectly that time. So that's a cute little way to create those quick dangles from beads that you have, that you love. I'll have to experiment with this and see if I can get that to tighten up. But otherwise, I'm really impressed with this little tool. It really is as easy to use and a quick learning curve. So thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in any of those BeeBeeCraft products, again, I'll leave those down below linked along with my code for 10% off. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.